Hello, friends. Welcome to episode 15 of Storytime Yoga. We're just setting up our screen there. Welcome, friends. Thank you for joining us today for episode 15 of Storytime Yoga. I am Miss Bell, your children's yoga instructor with Breathe With Me Yoga and your mindset coach with Rise to Wellness. I hope, friends, that you all had a wonderful, relaxing weekend and you're ready to begin this brand new week, this brand new Monday. It's so wonderful of you to join me today. And today, our book is all about the zoo. It is called The Not So Great Zoo Swap Shop by Cora Lydon. And I'm going to show you the front page there, friends. See that beautiful illustration? Beautiful illustration. The Not So Great Zoo Swap Shop by Cora Lydon. Episode 15 is today. And please, friends, if you are watching live, put hashtag live in the comments. If you're watching the replay, put hashtag replay in the comments. And no matter when you're watching, friends, hashtag busy kids in the comments. All right, friends, please join me on your mat or your blanket or your piece of floor or wherever you are, and I will step back to my mat where we will ring our bells and begin class. Again, today, friends, as usual, there is a link in the comments of this post that gives you access to purchase today's featured book, which again is The Not So Great Zoo Swap Shop by Cora Lydon. That is a mouthful, friends. So I'm going to take my cushion and step back to my mat, friends, and we will ring our bells to begin class. I'm so happy that you're here joining me today, my friends. Now remembering, friends, if you've been here before, we're going to sit crisscross applesauce when I ring my bells, or in hero's pose, which is on your legs with your bum either on your heels or on the floor in between your ankles. Okay? Sitting up nice and straight and tall, friends. Either crisscross applesauce or hero's pose. And we're going to start with our breathing, friends. Thank you for joining in today. I see lots of friends coming in today. And if you're new to us today, friends, this is my beautiful big breathing ball. So when we breathe in, friends, we make our ball nice and big, just like we make our belly big with all of that air. And then when we breathe out, we make our ball small. And if you don't have a ball at home, you can follow along just by using your hands and pretending you have a ball. Okay, friends? So we're going to sit up nice and straight and tall, and we're going to do 3 deep breaths. Breathing in and out. In and out. In and out. Good job, my friends. And remembering, my friends, our back is nice and straight and tall, but our shoulders are staying neutral. So when we're breathing in, we're not hunching up like this. We're keeping them neutral, and we're breathing in through our nose and out through our nose or our mouth, whichever is comfortable, friends. So we're going to do one more round of that. Breathing in and out. In and out. In and out. Good job, my friends. Now I invite all of you to stand on your mat or your blanket or your piece of floor, wherever you are, and I'm going to bring my cushion up forward, friends, and begin our book today. Let's see. Oh, we have Kristen here. Thank you for joining us. We have Michael here. Michael says, have a wonderful class. Thank you, friends. All right. The Not So Great Zoo Swap Shop. Sorry, I'll show you the cover again, friends, just in case you're just joining us. The Not So Great Zoo Swap Shop by Cora Lydon. All right, here we go, friends. One particular Tuesday, it happened in June, the people all left with the rise of the moon. The zoo gates clanged shut, and the tiger did cheer. Roll up, the great swap shop is here. All right, friends. So it talks about the moon leaving, the rise of the moon, the people leaving with the rise of the moon. So we're going to do moon pose, friends. Coming to your mat or your blanket or your piece of floor. We're going to stand up straight and tall, and Miss Mel is going to fix that camera just a little bit. Standing up nice and straight and tall, friends, remembering that when we do stand on our foot, we are going to make sure that we're on 3 points of our foot, the ball of our big toe, our little toe, and our heel, okay? 3 points. So we're going to stand up nice and tall. We're going to come into hands at heart center. That's Namaste pose. All right, friends, now I'm going to take my hands like that. They're together. I'm going to bring them above my head, and now I'm just going to bend to one side. Doesn't matter which side, friends, but be a big moon. Okay, so my hands are like this still, friends. Off to the side. We're not forward, we're just to the side. You're going to feel that stretch all down your side, friends. Holding, 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 holding. And come up. Now we're going to go to the other side. Whatever side you didn't do. Make a moon. Big stretch all down your body. Right from your armpit all the way down your leg. Good, friends. Good moons. The creatures stood still. They had heard of this shop, where switching their features was part of the swap. And now it had finally arrived at their zoo. Hooray, they all shouted, it's long overdue. And all of the animals, even the shrew, lined up and fell silent. There's much work to do, for each must decide what they want the most, the strength of a hippo or frog jump to boast. All right, friends, let's be frogs. Does everybody want frog jumps? What do you think? It looks like, who wants the frog jump? It looks like the seal. Look at this guy here. It looks like the seal wants frog jump legs. Do you see his frog legs? He wants to get out of the water and jump like a frog. All right, friends, so coming to your mat or your blanket or your piece of floor, we're going to start off standing, and then we're going to come to a squat. Come to a squat wherever you are, and if it's easier, you can be on your tippy toes in the squat. You don't have to have your heels all the way down on the floor, because sometimes that's hard if we're stiff, okay? And we're going to do just what it says. We're going to jump like frogs, okay? Jumping like this in your squat, jumping. Now you can move. Oh, I stuck to my mat there. You can move, or you can stay in the same spot. So see how far up you can jump. See how tall you can jump. See if you can move. It takes balance if you're on your heels. Jump like a frog, hop like a frog, friends, and you can make the ribbit sounds too. Ribbit, ribbit, ribbit. I'm not going to jump backwards because I'm going to get caught on my mat again. For some reason, my mat is sticky today, friends. But hopping like a frog, ribbit. How far can you hop? How high can you hop, friends, without falling over? Good job, my friends. Okay. First for the swap was one shy porcupine. She thought what to choose as she stood in the line. Eyes like a dove, and promptly she soared to a great height above. See the wings? I'm flying, she cried as she rose ever higher. It wasn't to last for our spiked little flyer. Once quickly surrounded by white fluffy cloud, her spikes tore a hole, and rain showered the crowd. All right, friends, do you see our friend there? Flying in the sky? Right here. Flying in the sky. So we are going to do Warrior 3 pose, and we are going to fly with our friend. All right. I'm going to fix my mat here, friends. So if you've been with us before, friends, you know that this pose is about balance. We're going to fly like warriors in the sky. So I'm going to pick up one foot. I'm going to get my balance. And all I'm going to do, as I move that leg back, I'm going to bring my body forward. Okay, friends? Now, if I'm comfortable, I can bring my arms out and really fly. And if your balance is difficult, pick a spot on the floor, friends. If my balance is off and I can't put my arms out, just go like this, friends. Hands on waist. And you'd be surprised how hard it is to do this balancing and talking, friends. You see Miss Mel wobbled a bit there. All right, friends, bring that leg down. We're going to do the other side. So we're going to, and I'll go this way too, so that you can see. All right, so we're going to lift one leg up and get our balance. And then we're going to slowly put that leg back as we bring our body forward. Put your arms out if you can. If not, bring them to your waist down here. And see, just even moving them to my waist put me off. There you go, friends. Flying like the little hedgehog. Good job, my friends. Good job. All right. Don't worry, I'll save you, squeaked little gray mouse. It's long been my dream to be as tall as a house. Giraffe's neck she wished for, to be tall as could be. But next thing you know, get me down was the plea. For who would have guessed that she didn't like heights, or that growing so tall would now give her the frights? Dear, dear, said the tiger, now somewhat quite vexed. That wasn't the plan, but who's going next? All right, friends, let's be little mouse. Mouse pose is so much fun, friends. Come to your mat or your blanket or your piece of floor. Mouse pose, friends, is also called child's pose. It's actually a nice relaxing pose, friends. So we're going to sit on our mats, sit your bum. This is hero's pose right here. So this is what we talk about in hero's pose. So we're sitting our bum on our heels, okay? And all we're going to do is come forward, friends, and put our forehead on the floor. And if you want, you can put your hands underneath. And if you don't want to put your hands underneath your forehead, you can put your forehead on the floor and put your hands beside you. Put them alongside your body with your palms facing up, friends. Right like this. And I want you to hold it. Miss Mel's just going to get up so I can talk and you can hear me. So holding it. So your forehead is on the floor with your arms beside you and your palms up, or your hands can be underneath your forehead on the floor, whichever is more comfortable, you friends. And that's our child's pose. It's actually very relaxing. It stretches your back. It's a good restorative pose for your back. Good job, my friends. It actually is really good for anxiety too. So if we're feeling anxious, friends, about anything, that's a good pose, because just by putting your forehead on the floor there, it helps you with anxiety. So if you're feeling anxious about anything, I know lots of things are happening in life these days, friends. Child's pose, mouse pose. You just say to Mommy and Daddy, Mommy, I'm going to do mouse. I'm going to be little mouse for a bit. Oh, we have another friend that has joined us, Lisa. Hi, Lisa. Thank you for joining us. All right, so you remember that, friends. If you're feeling anxious about anything, it just hit me right now, and I want to make sure you remember it. You just say to Mommy and Daddy, I'm going to be a little mouse for a few moments, and that will help with anxiety, friends. All right, next up was the zebra. It's hard to fit in. That's why I would like the chameleon's skin. As animal stared, his stripes faded to gray. When zebra looked down, he soon started to sway. Oh, zebra, cried lion, where did he just go? He'd vanished so quickly. Who was then to know? Who was to then know? That poor dear old zebra had blended right in. It turned out invisible wasn't a win. Oh my goodness, dear me. Look at poor zebra over here. Right here. He's blended right in. And you see right here? It says zebra right there. It's pointing. Let's see if I can. It's pointing to zebra, but zebra blended in. And what's it pointing to? It's saying zebra is a tree. It's pointing to the tree instead, friends, so we're going to be trees. We're going to be trees instead because the zebra sign is pointing to a tree. So come to your mat or your piece of floor or your blanket. I just can't believe that the zebra sign is pointing to a tree. Poor zebra, so invisible. So, friends, remembering our 3 points on our feet. I don't know why my mat is so sticky today, friends. I'm sticking to it. All right, so again, we're going to get our balance, so lift one foot. And if you have trouble with balance, friends, we're going to tripod like this with our toes on the floor and our heel against our ankle, okay? But if you can, if you have that balance there, we're going to lift our foot and we're going to put it above our knee or below our knee, okay, friends? And then we're going to bring our palms to heart center right like this. This is tree pose, friends. And if we like, if our balance is there, we can bring our arms out to the side. And if we like, we can also sway in the wind. See if you can do it, friends. See if you can sway in the wind without falling over. And sometimes it's fun to fall over too when you're in tree pose. Just make sure that you're not falling into furniture around you, friends. All right, good job, my friends. Now we're going to do the other foot, okay? So same thing, I'm going to put my foot down. I'm going to get my balance. And then if I'm having trouble with that, I'm going to just do a tripod with my toes on the floor. Otherwise, I'm going to bring my foot above my knee or below my knee. And I'm going to come hands to heart center right here. And then if my balance is okay, I'm going to put my arms out to the side. And I can be a swaying tree in the wind, friends. Sway in the wind. and see if you fall over or see if you can hold your balance. Good job, my friends. Good job. All right, beautiful friends. Let's see who else swaps. Let's see who else swaps their body. Look at me, he bellowed, he huffed and he thrashed. His cries went unheard, to the front Penguin dashed. I'm fast in the water, but slow on the ground. I want cheetah speed. Now how does that sound? In a whirl he sped off, spinning dust in the air, until, oh disaster, his buddies got scared. Unable to stop, he then knocked each one down. The penguins were cross, they each wore a frown. Oh my goodness me. So in yoga, when we talk about bowling things over, or big rocks, or things being crashed and boomed, we do rock and roll pose. So let's do rock and roll pose and crash and boom. So we're going to come to our mat or our blanket or our piece of floor. We're going to sit down on our bum, and we're going to bring our legs into our knees, our legs into our knees. We're going to bring our knees into our chest, and we're going to put our arms around our legs, and we're going to rock and roll. So I'm going to start going back first, okay? So I'm going to start on my back because it's going to be easier like this, all right? So I've got my knees into my chest and my arms around, and now I'm going to roll, rock and roll like you're bowling over those penguins. You can have your hands behind your knees or around your knees, whichever's easier, and rock and roll. Use those legs to pump you up, okay? To pump you back up. Just watch your head, that you don't bang your head on the floor, friends. Keeping your head up off the floor. Rock and roll. This is all in your belly, friends. All in your ab muscles. Did we get all those penguins? Did we bowl them all over? Were we speedy? Speedy like penguin? All right. Good job, friends. But we don't normally bowl people over, right, friends? That was just all in good fun. Before anyone else could take to the floor, Warthog bowled in and announced, "Hey, no more." The animal stopped, stood still on the spot. He said, "Follow me," and set off with a trot. Wondering what silly old Warthog would say, they headed to where the meek penguins now lay. "Just look in the water now, come stand by me." The creatures drew closer, so curious to see. So they're all headed to the water, friends. We are going to be elephants. Do you see our friend elephant right here? Do you see our friend elephant right there? We are going to be elephants because elephants love to go to the water. And elephants, in yoga, we do forward bends to be beautiful elephants at the water. So we're going to come standing again with our 3 spots on the floor on each foot. Okay, friends? And this time with my hands, instead of having them at a point like this, I'm going to clasp my hands together. You see that, friends? And we're going to do a forward bend, okay? We're going to be elephants. So I'm going to put my big elephant trunk above my head. I'm going to put a little bit more room in between my feet, okay? Because I'm going to bend over. I'm going to step forward for my bend. Now, on the count of 3, we're going to bend forward. 1, 2, 3. Bend forward and let your trunk hang. Let your trunk hang. And we're right by the water, friends. So let's go to the water and scoop up water with our trunk. Scoop it up, scoop it up. And what do elephants love to do? They love to spray each other when they scoop up that water. So 1, 2, 3, spray everybody. Get up and spray everybody. Spray mommy and daddy and all your brothers and sisters around you, friends. Good job. We're going to do that one more time, friends. Okay? So I'm going to clasp my hands together. I'm going to take my elephant trunk way above my head and stretch, stretch, stretch. And then I'm going to do a forward bend. Bend down. And let your trunk hang, friends. And take your trunk to the watering hole. And remember, friends, on the count of 3, we're going to lift up with all that water and we're going to spray everybody. 1, 2, 3. Spray everybody, friends. Spray mommy, daddy. Spray all the furniture. Spray your brothers and sisters. Spray everybody that's around you, friends. Good job. Whew. All right, friends. Look at your neck, mouse. It's just right for you. And penguin, you're one of the best in the zoo. The animals peered in, and what did they see? But fine, splendid beasts. They did all agree. They all realized they preferred who they were prior to trading their skin or their fur, or wished for another's unique quality. See that, friends? They're all looking in the water and realizing that they were the best, just as they are. So let's do the same, friends. Let's look in the water and know that we are the best, just as we are. So come to your mat or your blanket or your piece of floor, friends. We're going to do a forward bend, okay, friends? Normally we do a forward bend with our legs together. We're going to widen our legs a little bit, okay? We're going to make them in a V, okay? We're going to widen them. We're still going to do a forward bend, friends, okay? We're going to lift up and we're going to bend forward. But now I'm going to do this with my hands. I'm going to peer into the water. Peer into the water in between your legs, friends, and see how beautiful you are. See how perfect you are. Just like you are, friends. We're still in a forward bend, so we're stretching. You should feel it behind your legs, and you'll feel it a bit at the base of your back, depending on where you're stiff, friends. But peer into that water in your forward bend, and look how beautiful and perfect you are, just the way you are. What a good job, friends. Good job. All right, let's come and finish our story, my dears. They're perfect as they are, just like you and me. The end. The end of our story. What a beautiful, beautiful story, friends. I absolutely loved that one. And I love that we all got to look in the same water, friends, and realize that we're perfect just the way we are too. All right, friends. It is now time. Oh, our friend Tim is here too. Welcome, Tim. It is now time to lay in relaxation. So let's lay on our backs, friends. Putting your hands out to the sides with your palms facing up. And today, friends, we are going to float on that beautiful, beautiful water that we looked in. That beautiful water that all of the animals looked in and that we looked into to see how perfect we are, just the way we are. Just the way we are. So I want you to lay on your backs and pretend you're floating in that water. Let your head relax. Relax your shoulders. Relax your chest and your belly. Relax your bum. Make sure you're not holding any tension there or clenching. Relax your arms and your hands. Relax your legs and your feet. Now, if you're little watching and Mommy and Daddy are laying down with you too, sometimes it's nice to lay on Mommy and Daddy's chest. You can lay on your belly on top of Mommy and Daddy too if you're little and it's hard for you to lay on your back. Whatever's comfortable for you, friends. So I want you to squeeze your hands. Take a big scoop of water and squeeze your hands and then let them go. Let them relax. And I want you to squinch your toes right in. Squinch them hard. And then let them go. Let your feet drop off to the side. And just float on the water. Now there's no effort to float on this water, friends. It's so gentle we don't even need to think about it. It caresses our body. It gently floats us along the way. And we hear all of the gentle sounds around us, friends. We hear the whistling of the trees. We hear the birds chirping. We hear the flies buzzing by. Sometimes we hear our zoo animals too in this water because we're right beside the great zoo. So sometimes we hear the animals making the joyful sounds of play. We'll hear the tigers. We'll hear the lions roar. Hearing all of those sounds, friends. Now, as those flies buzz by, friends, we let them buzz in. We acknowledge them, but we let them buzz back out as well. We just let them do their thing. We do the same thing with our thoughts, friends. Let our thoughts come in, acknowledge our thoughts, and let them go. We don't need to do anything with them right now. We're just relaxing our body, floating on the warm water. The listening to the sounds of nature. Good job, my friends. Now I want you to think about that moment when we all looked in the water with the animals and we knew that we were perfect, just as we are. Think about how that feels inside you. Put that feeling inside your heart. And I want you to slowly say to yourself quietly, I am healthy. I am perfect just the way I am. And I want you to remember the feeling of that, friends. I want you to send that feeling through your entire body. Send it to your chest. Send it to your waist. Send it to your arms and your hands. Send it to your legs and your feet. And most importantly, friends, send it to your heart and your head. Don't let your heart and head forget that. Forget that feeling of being absolutely perfect, just the way we are. And I want you to take that feeling, that wonderful, beautiful, loving feeling, and I want you to send it out to everybody around you. Send it out to mom and dad. Send it out to your brothers and sisters. Send it out to your neighbors and your friends and your teachers from school. Send it out to your distant family, grandmas and grandpas and cousins and aunts and uncles. And send it to all of the wonderful helpers out there. The helpers at the hospitals and in the front lines and in the airports and in the grocery stores and the pharmacies and driving trucks to deliver food and supplies. All of those people, all of those wonderful helpers out there. Send out all of that loving energy to them. Good job, my friends. Now, friends, when you're ready, keeping your eyes closed, I want you to roll to one side and bring your knees up into your chest. And just lay there for a moment while your body comes back. And if you're yawning and you're tired, this is a perfect time to just roll over and have a little nap. That's okay too, friends. But if you're ready to wake up your body, then wiggle your toes and wiggle your fingers. And come on back up to sitting and join me on my mat, friends. And if you're back up sitting and joining me on my mat, friends, please come to crisscross applesauce or hero's pose while we end class. Good job, my friends. Now bringing your hands to heart center in crisscross applesauce or hero's pose. We will end class with namaste. I feel good in every way. The goodness in me sees the goodness in all of you. Wonderful job today, friends. I'm so glad that you could join me for episode 15 of Storytime Yoga. Today we read The Not So Great Zoo Swap Shop by Cora Lydon. I'm so excited about that book. It was just a great one to share with you today, and a great lesson today that we learned that we are perfect just the way we are. And if you'd like to purchase that book, the link is in the description here of our video, so please do follow that link to purchase the book. I am Miss Mel, your children's yoga instructor with Breathe With Me Yoga and your mindset coach with Rise to Wellness. Now, parents, if you are watching, please do put replay, hashtag replay in the comments if you are watching the replay at this point. Everyone, please do put hashtag busy kids. And I look forward to you joining me tomorrow for episode 16. If you'd like to see the listing of our books, they are all up top on the Facebook page. And if you'd like to find out what other services we offer with yoga or with mindset coaching, we do help families navigate anxiety, stress, and depression. So you can go to breathewithmeyoga.com or rise2wellness.com. Have a wonderful afternoon, friends. Thank you so much for joining us.